Kind of a pain now. Either way I get into my shop now, I have to go across the plank, but I guess it's good for balance, I guess. Balance training, we'll call it. Anyway, I just dug a rock out with a tractor. I thought I'd show it to you. It's awful when you got to dig with a tractor and this thing's sitting here, but it's not mine. I got a key to it, but I ain't gonna run anything that isn't mine. At least not without permission, you know. So that was off limits, but I had to move about 10-12 yard of dirt to dig this rock out. And of course I'm laying the plastic out here, and I had the fertilizer all down. When I was coming back, I was picking rocks, and I kicked one with my foot, and it didn't move, and it was sticking up out of the ground about 2 inches. And I thought, well, that's right where it's going to break the disc on my plastic mulch layer. So I brought the tractor down, thought I was just going to pop it, and it didn't pop. Anyway, yeah, it's quite a mess here. Of course, when I get done, you know, I got the fertilizer all down here, and I got a place here 40 feet long. I got to reapply the fertilizer. So anyway, that's the rock. It don't look like much, you know, but it's big. It's probably 3 feet long, close to 3 feet wide, and 2.5 feet thick. And of course it was kind of nested, you know. There's a bunch of other rocks around it. There's one over there in the weeds right there. This one's only 1.5 feet long or so, nothing major, but I dumped it in there for now just to get it out of the way. It's funny, the rocks in Maine, when you find a big one, usually there's 1 or 2 nested right with it. Kind of how they dropped out of the glacier for some reason. Anyway, we'll get this thing in the bucket and we'll see what she looks like. Yeah, we got it in the bucket. It looks a little bigger when it's in the bucket. And of course I got a few 100 pounds of soil in there. I think I can shake it out, not lose too much of that, and bring it back with me. But yeah, we'll go dump that over the rock bank. And as you can tell, it's pretty heavy. I mean, you know, quite an air gap under there. So I'll just have to skid the bucket along, getting down back. I actually don't even know as I can keep the back end down with a weight box on it. It's quite a lot of weight there. Probably, yeah, I bet there's 3,000 pounds there anyway. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a little bit. Yeah, we're getting down here. We're skidding along on the bucket here most of the way. You probably might hear a bang or two when we go over rocks in the fields, because the bucket's just skidding along. Basically, as long as we go real straight on level ground, the back end is just barely touching. But we're getting it there. Might have a little trouble scaring around the corner here, but we'll see. Funny how some places in the country, you know, you can sell rocks, but you can't sell them in Maine, because they're a dime a dozen. Everybody wants to get rid of them. Oh, ran into the fence. Back end don't quite go where you want it to sometimes. I'm not going to try to pick that up and dump it because I don't want to tip over here. Just kind of let it fall out, and I got a whole bunch of good soil in there, so I'm not even going to roll it down over the bank. I'll get it some other day. We'll just leave it there. Pretty good size nugget. Right there is one of my nemesis. Damn Japanese knotweed, what we call bamboo, you know, for slang. It's not really bamboo like they make anything out of. It's just a nuisance, and it's invasive as heck. That's just one of them problem things. But we'll go on up here. We'll backfill this hole. Well, this might get a little shaky here because I'm going to try to film this without having a mount, which in a lower gear here. So it might get a little poor quality film in here, but there's a little bit of sand. There's a little vein of sand down there. That's the first time I've seen sand on the farm. Must be a little pocket there or something. Or it's just on top of the hard pan. Not really sure. Get all that sand mixed up with the topsoil there. We'll have a little light spot here in the ground, but well, at least we can farm it without breaking something. We pretty much got the heavy stuff pushed. I'm going to shut you off while I get this smoothed up, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Well, this is what I, did with it. It's not perfect. You wouldn't want to use it for a driveway, but by the time we get done farming and cultivating and harrowing this year, you never know what happened. But yeah, at least I won't break nothing with that rock, because I've broke my discs before on that one, and then I could never find it. It's funny how that is, you think it's a small rock you're going over with the harrows, you don't know. But that one will never bother again. And I actually dug one out, right about here this year. That was probably 18, 20 inches in diameter. I've been pounding over it for 20 years. They keep coming up a little higher, and I got, I forget where that rock is. There's one right here somewhere. I don't know. It might be right back here. Yeah, there's one right there needs to come out. Now that's a big nugget right there. Solid as a rock. Don't know how big it is. I'm not going to deal with it. I got the plastic mulch down around it. This year we'll probably do something drastic and see if we can get it out. Anyway, supper time. Gonna go on up and have supper. Hope you enjoyed. Don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe. Talk to you later.